I want to talk about success today. Why success is not an option. It is a must, a duty, an obligation, and even a responsibility. And I want to drill down here in the next 10 minutes about what that really means. The word success is different for everybody, and it even is different in the different levels of your age. When you are a child and you just, start your life, let's say, success is when you get to eat and that you get actually to, the satisfaction of the childhood. Once that you are a little bit older, what is success then? It probably is when you get to stay up for a little bit later than what you usually are getting to bed to. When you are in the age of 20s, you probably feel successful when you are getting an apartment and that you can buy your or rent your own place. Once that you're 30, you feel successful because you have a family, you have children, you maybe have bought a house. It might be that you just earned a little bit more money, you got a promotion. Once that you get into the 50s, you probably see success more as when I'm healthy, when I have the energy, when I can travel around. When you are in your 70s, then success definitely being a grandmother or father, that you can spend some time with your grandchildren, that you have a healthy life. So success actually has a different meaning in the different steps of your life, but also has a different meaning when it comes to what you're expecting. Success even is different in every aspect of your life. And when I work with my clients on the 10x goals, we look at the 7 aspects of your life. So it's your income. If you are successful on your income, then that's the first one. The second one can be your wealth. The third one is your health. The fourth one is your spiritual life. The other one can be even your recreation or your hobbies, your relationships, your family, and your professional life. What it is that you feel when your kids are looking at you, or when your partners or people around you are looking at you failing and not willing to pick yourself up to get to something that is satisfying and can give you a good feeling and probably can be called successful. A lot of people are saying it's not the destination, it's more the journey. In a way, I can agree with this. But on the other hand, if you're not having a destination, if you're not looking and visualizing what it is that you want, then you probably won't be able to be successful enough because you don't have the imagination, let's say, to those goals that you want to set up. When I started my business as an entrepreneur, and I felt very quickly that I had to be surrounded by successful people. I needed to be with somebody that already showed an example for me of what that can mean. And I made a definition of what being successful meant. The first thing was I wanted to be an example for my children. I wanted to show them that with what I was doing and with the determination I had and the passion I had, that if they could take that over, they would be successful in their way as well. And honestly, I'm so proud of them because they are 17 years old. They finished their high school. They had really hard time to get to the results. They could have given up a few times and get to a lower level into their studies, but they continue insisting and being disciplined on learning and even getting in the weekends extra learning and doing everything they needed to do for themselves because they set themselves a goal and they absolutely achieved it. It feels just like, okay, I showed them something and unconsciously they took it probably over from me and did it for their side with their objective as well. So when I got surrounded by Grant, in this case, Grant Cardone, he is a guy that has started from nothing. He has gone through a lot of failures and he went up the ladder to being a billionaire now. In my case, being with him, surrounded by him, I'm immersing myself all the time with his content because his content gives me the power of making sure that I want to get in the place where I'm setting myself for. So I'm visualizing my goals. And by visualizing them, I can make myself more reliable to it and finding the steps to get there. Because I know that being successful for me on my wealth and my income is financially, but that's not sufficient. I also have my success with somebody I'm helping, an entrepreneur I'm helping in Uganda. And every time he's making steps, I feel successful because of that. And I can be a legacy for those people, which is actually awesome. When it comes to my family, when I can spend time with them and quality time with them, and I can even give them advice or show them what I'm doing, because in the beginning, when I started my entrepreneurship, my sisters, my friends actually, they didn't discourage me, but they actually didn't really push me into that direction. They were actually telling me, Dominique, should you not consider going back to a corporate job? Is it wise to do that as a single mom of twins? Is it really something that you feel is the best way to go? If I had to listen to that, or if I would have listened to that, I probably would have not felt the success of being an entrepreneur. And I would have gone back into my older patterns, and it's something I didn't want to go back to. So I have not listened to, but I listened to the successful guy that Grant is, and I basically understood that my success is an obligation, a duty, and a responsibility, because it is not just about me. I want to be successful for myself first, definitely, but I also want to be successful for my children. I want to be successful for my clients. I want to be successful for those that I can help. And every time I see a little shift, a little transformation happening with my clients and with the people around me, like my children, then I feel so much more uplifted. I feel so much more motivated. I feel like I really have succeeded in something meaningful, impactful. So yes, it's not always about money alone, but money is helping you to make others successful as well. Because if I didn't have any money, I wouldn't be able to get my kids to university now. And even if you don't always have to study at university to be successful, and a lot of entrepreneurs never went to university to be successful, but if that is what they want, I want to give them that opportunity to be able to do it. So money is a part of it, but money will not give you the satisfaction if you're not successful in the other fields of your life. And that's why I'm putting this emphasis on those other aspects of your life, to make sure that it is a combination of the 7 aspects of your life. Actually quote something that Grant was saying here too. And I'm using this book of the 10x rule that I showed already in a few other podcasts and YouTube sessions that I did before. But this book could really change your life. It has actually changed mine. And I really understood that looking into the importance of success and how you 10x your life, how you actually think of things in a bigger way, that you basically allow yourself to look at what is it that you need to have as efforts to get to a place where you want to be. And if you would multiply those efforts, you think you would get in a better place and that you would be able to do things a lot faster and with more results. Well, I definitely checked that. I tested it, and I can tell you that it really makes a difference. There is no shortage of success, because some people say, well, the successful people are just lucky. You know, they can get everything done and it's good. But they very often don't even see how much efforts that those people put into it to get where they want to be. And you create luck by doing the actions, because then you attract basically things around you that are going to help you to be successful. But you have to open your eyes to see those. You have to move. You have to be in action. You know, something that is not moving actually at one point is going backwards. So if you want to get that success, if you want to get that better life, you need to be in the movement, and you will fail. But fail is actually a good thing, because you can learn from it. I've failed so many times, but the failures have actually told me what to do, and to be here now for you, to inspire you, to make sure that you understand what that difference can be in your success. So again, there is no shortage of success, like there is no shortage of money. Look around you. There is money everywhere. And if there is nothing anymore, new money will be printed. But you have to be able to get to the people that are having your money and willing to buy your services and your products and pay for it. But they will only do that if you're 100, 200% sold on what you have to bring. You will only get those people to come to you if you show your energy, your motivation, your inspiration, and your credibility around everything that you're bringing to them. So again, success is equally important to a person's sense of self. It promotes confidence, imagination, and a sense of security, and emphasizes the significance of making a contribution. People who are unable to provide to their families and their future put themselves and their families at risk. So is that exactly what you want? Putting the loved ones at risk, putting other people at risk because you're not taking responsibility for yourself and being successful? I don't think so. So again, make sure that you check out for yourself what that really means for you being successful, and work towards that. List it up in the 7 aspects of your life. And if you don't know anymore what those seven aspects are, then go back and listen to this, because it really is going to be crucial and important. And as I said, it's going to be your duty and obligation and even responsibility to make sure that you are successful. I'm Dominique, I'm a 10x performance coach, and I'm really proud that I can serve with Grant and serve my clients in this mindset of willing to be successful and moving on into the next levels. So if you're feeling stuck at a plateau and you're not knowing how to get to that next level, then I can help you, because I have the systems and the tools to help you to do that. And it's exactly what I tell you about the butterfly principle with which I work. You have to get out of them, you have to break it open so that you can basically fulfill your life with joy and abundance and transform yourself into this butterfly that can enjoy life in the way that you have defined it. So if you like this content, subscribe to my channel and make sure that you continue following me so that you can get more of this. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.